Last night I dreamed that I was being strangled, and I woke up and I was wearing this scarf.
Wait, have you taken a shower?
Welcome back. I'm Eric.
I'm Chris.
And this is Cladwell's Style Advice for the Everyday Guy. And today we are talking about scarves.
That's right.
Scarves?
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 No, that's scarves.
Scarves with a V.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
So we've got some questions. Chris is going to bring us some answers about scarves.
That's right.
And the first thing I want to ask, we talked about this a little bit with our beanie video, but is a scarf more of a functional or more of kind of a fashion stylish piece of clothing?
I think it lands firmly in the beanie camp. So it's a functional...
Not the toboggan camp.
Ski hat?
The beanie
Scarves?
Camp. All right.
Okay. So it lands firmly in the winter accessory. So it's good for cold weather. Simple as that.
So yes. The answer is yes.
It's a functional thing.
Both.
It also has to be stylish because don't forget, it has to coordinate with the rest of your outfit. So don't think it's just purely functional. It's stylish too, but I think of it primarily as a functional
So
thing.
along those lines, should I wear a scarf indoors?
I'd say no. I mean, if it's cold, you're just working away at your desk or something, then
if you're Ebenezer
then go
Scrooge
for it.
and you put like one piece of coal in your
Exactly.
thing.
That was good. That's timely.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're cold, yeah, go for it. If you're in a board meeting, it's not really appropriate because it's considered usually an outerwear item meant to be worn outdoors.
All right, so here's a big question I have, and I traditionally haven't worn a scarf, and it's maybe on the minds of a lot of men out there, is if I wear a scarf, does it make me any less masculine? Yeah. Like, is this a women's piece, or can men... Yeah, talk to me about that.
Totally not just for women. Guys out there, you can definitely wear a scarf. I don't know what's feminine about a functional item that keeps you warm. It's totally a masculine thing. Okay. You can imagine a guy out there in the freezing cold, chopping wood, wanting to keep his neck warm. He's got blisters on his hands. He's wearing a scarf.
He's wearing a scarf.
He's wearing a scarf.
But what about the guy wearing a suit? He can wear a scarf.
Yeah, he can totally. Yeah, he can totally pull it off. It just maybe it's a different scarf.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about that. Okay, so here's one actual practical thing that I have is we have beards. Men grow hair in the neck region, and scarves can pull. Like you get that one stubble pull. Have you ever had that? And it's like oh, it's like so
a dagger.
painful.
It's
like a dagger.
Yeah, on your little neck.
So how do I wear it to actually avoid the pain of the neck hair pull?
Yeah, I think something to look for here is a scarf made of a finer material. So cashmere, a fine wool, something like that. Or even man-made acrylic. Those can be really soft. It's probably going to pull a little bit less.
So let's talk about that. There's different kinds of fabrics for scarves.
Yes.
Talk to me about the range and where you should, what's appropriate for different situations.
Sure. So the scarf that you have on is actually a little bit dressier of a scarf. It's a little bit finer to the touch, a little bit tighter knit. So that works well for dressier occasions. Or if you're a guy who dresses it up, wants to wear that into the office or with a suit, that can look great. If you want something a little more casual, go for something looser knit, a heavier wool, something like that. That'll be more casual. And if you want something a little trendier, something with a distinct pattern works really well.
So how should I think about colors and patterns with scarves?
It's important, like I said at the very beginning, make sure it goes with everything else in your outfit. So if you've got a scarf with a crazy pattern, keep everything else in the outfit kind of neutral. Neutral in color, neutral in pattern. So it's a good way to get some self-expression, but keep everything else
so
sort
really
of subdued.
Similar to kind of our layering conversation.
Yeah, exactly. One thing maybe is bright, you express yourself, everything else kind of falls.
Okay, great. So last question we're going to hit on is actually, how do I wear this thing? Okay.
Yes.
And now we've checked, you can go out there, right? And there's 10,000 ways to wear a scarf.
Yeah.
We're only going to go through 9,995.
Yeah, so sit tight. We're going to do...
No, we want to just show you guys like 2 basic ways to wear a scarf that you can pull off in most any situation.
They'll keep you covered.
Okay.
That's my scarf pun for the day.
So I don't know what we call this thing.
Yeah, no name. Just
no name.
Yeah.
But basically you tie your scarf in half here.
Yep.
Put it around, and you've got a loop on one end.
That's it.
Right? And then you're just going to pull the scarf through the loop.
Yeah, and I might just adjust it. Think of it almost as a tie in this case. So just make sure it's kind of nice and centered. It's laying.
So and talk to me about this. Do I want this even, uneven? These two?
I'd shoot to have them even. If it's a little uneven, who cares? Don't stress about it. But yeah, even's probably a little bit better.
Great. That's method number 1.
That's number 1. Let's do
number 2. We're just going to put it down. We're going to keep it shorter.
Exactly. You're just going to drape it over, keep it short on that side.
We got longer down here.
Yep.
And then what?
Then just wrap it right around.
Okay.
Right around the back of your neck.
Stick my head through.
Exactly.
Pull it through, and then maybe.
And then go ahead and even it out again, probably.
So I just kind of adjust like that a little bit.
Exactly. And this is a little bit more casual look than look number 1, but could still work for dressy.
It's looser, a little looser around the neck.
Yeah, and so I think that's totally a comfort thing here on the neck. If you want it tighter, just go ahead and you can just pull these ends, and then maybe adjust it to actually cover your neck for when you're outside, something like that. And you're all set.
Great.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm in on the scarf. I've been convinced, and when I took it off,
welcome.
My neck was freezing cold, and I didn't like it. It's really comforting.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really So give it a shot. Scarves are great. They're really functional. They can be really stylish. Just go out there, find the right scarf for you, find the right fabric, color, pattern for your style archetype and your situation that you need, or get a couple.
Yeah.
For different situations, and then just learn a few basic ways to tie a scarf. You don't need to know 30 different ways.
No, that's all you need.
Just know a couple different ways. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment below. Ask any questions. And go check out Cladwell.com. It's free online personal stylist. Get your personal roadmap to dress better. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next time.